What's up, guys? Hello. All right, here are a few holiday tips. Or if you party hard all year round, here are a few tips that you can do to help try to reduce the inflammation that comes from the eating and the drinking without deprivation, without feeling like, you're not getting to participate with any parties, fun events, whatever it may be. So the first one, and I even hesitate saying this because it's such a fad thing and just it's been bastardized by the fitness community, fasting, but it is what it is. But anyways, okay, so one is incorporate fasting. So, and what I mean by this is more or less giving your gut a break. I'm not talking about weight loss mode. It is not going to equal weight loss. I'm talking for health perspective on the fasting side of it. Say you have a night out, right? We have a big dinner out. We have more drinks than we wanted to. We had dessert, all that kind of stuff. And it was a late dinner. You didn't get done eating till 9:30, maybe later than that. Give yourself a break. Maybe don't eat till like noon on the next day. Let your body process, digest, and try and push some of that food through. You're not going to be hungry that next morning. You don't need to get up and eat biscuit and sausage and egg and all that kind of stuff compounded on top of that night before. So give your stomach a break. It needs a rest break, just like any other muscle in your body. It needs a rest break, okay? You need to give it a chance to catch up on itself and get some of that food through and hopefully help to reduce some of the inflammation that comes with those types of foods instead of compounding it and just piling more food in. So that's what I'm talking about with the fasting, is just give your belly a break for a little bit. The next one is drinking water with alcohol. I recommend having 1 glass of water for every drink that you have. Not only is this going to make you feel a ton better the next morning because you're not going to be dehydrated, it's going to reduce those hangover symptoms, like all that kind of stuff. It's really going to help with your gut, okay? Alcohol increases the permeability of the gut, meaning it makes it open up more, which can allow a lot of things to pass in and out of the gut that we don't want to, which can cause a lot of gut distress. So in order to prevent that and not pay the price as hard the next day, put a glass of water with every glass of alcohol. I promise you will feel a ton better, both in your gut, no headache, all that kind of stuff the next day if you do that. Next is if you're going to a big party or event or something like that, and you're just unsure of the foods, or it's going to be all like just extravagant or high fatty, high carb, these just holiday foods, eat before you go. Have a good solid meal before you go. Don't walk into a party starving where you're most likely to overeat, because all of those kind of foods, right, are not real highly like dense, nutrient dense types of food. So they're not going to fill you up and you're going to end up overeating on these foods because you're not getting full. So if you go into a party, at least half full, you're less likely to overeat on things and have a huge calorie surplus because you went into it starving. So just plan ahead a little bit, eat before you go, and that will help cut back on some of those unnecessary calories. Okay, when you do go to the party and they've got a big spread, go for the healthier foods first. Go for the veggies, go for the meats, the nuts, things like that. Try and stay away from, filling your plate off to start with the pastries or the cheesy, fried, diced, covered type foods. Try and fill up again with the same concept as eating before that I just spoke of. Try and fill it first on things that actually will fill you up, okay? And not go for the things that are just basically calorie bombs and they're not going to do anything to help you eat, and you're going to overeat on them, et cetera again. So just try to go for the healthier stuff first. All right, next is eat slow and chew your food. Most of the time when we're eating these types of foods, a lot of us are thinking about the next bite versus what we're eating. Like we're so, we like this and we like that and all these decadent, delicious foods, and you just want to try them all. Slow your roll a little bit. Just slow down, take your time, enjoy the food that you're currently eating, and chew your food. That's one of the biggest things I have to talk about with clients is, if we have this bloating that goes on after we eat, they're eating too fast. They're not chewing their food. They're swallowing whole chunks of food that make it really hard to digest, which causes the bloat and the discomfort. So slow down, chew your food. All right, next, make the calories count. If you're gonna eat some decadent, rich, food that you don't normally eat, then don't settle for the crappy stuff. Eat something good. Like if you're going to have a piece of chocolate cake, don't get some wrapped up box thing. Get you a nice piece of chocolate cake, some high quality ingredients, some good cocoa, something that took some time to make. Make those calories count. Enjoy those foods. Again, coming back to just enjoying sitting, eating what food you have on your plate, not thinking about what's next. Good quality crap is what I always say. I'm like, if I'm going to eat crap, I'm going to eat quality crap. And I don't even really consider it like, well, yeah, chocolate cake is there's no nutritional value. But like if I was going to go out to eat, and I'm going to have a really nice steak, I'm not going to waste it on just something like some cheeseburger through McDonald's drive-through or something like that. If I'm going to have something off plan, it's going to be a nice steak and it's going to be a baked potato with good butter and stuff. Make those calories count. Make it worth your while. All right, next, ramp up your water and sleep, okay? Eating more of these types of foods, drinking more alcohol than you normally do, and probably chances are your sleep patterns are a little off or your sleep is down a little bit, you're asking to get sick. 100% you are asking to get sick. All of those things together drop your immunity. And then if you have holiday stress on top of it, like buying the presents or going to family events that do nothing but drive you crazy and cause stress, all that kind of stuff, you're just cranking down on that immunity. So really make an effort to keep your water levels up, or maybe you need to increase them a little bit more. Make a really good effort to keep your same sleep cycles as much as you can, especially through the week. Really try and keep going to bed at the same time, getting up, making sure we're getting close to 7 hours of sleep, and then reducing unnecessary stress. Say no. You don't have to commit to everything. Say no to things that stress you out or take things off your plate that just, you need to look at it one way or the other. If it happens, is it really going to make a difference? If it doesn't happen, is it really going to make a difference? Take it off your plate. There is zero need for that. All right, last but not least, supplements. I talk about these supplements all the time, these particular two, that I use them for big meals, holiday meals, vacations, things like that, just to help blunt some of the inflammation response that's going to come from eating foods that you typically don't eat. First is what's called a glucose disposable agent. And what that does is it blunts the insulin response to the foods that we're eating that crank it up. When our insulin gets cranked up, that causes inflammation, which again can lead or increase your chances of getting sick on top of causing, a lot of issues inside the body, having chronic inflammation. So you can take the GDA, the glucose disposable agent, and that will help blunt some of that insulin response and make you feel better. Secondly is a digestive enzyme. Taking an enzyme to help break down, process, digest some of these foods that you're eating, especially if you're eating in a larger quantity than what you typically do, and you don't want to have that food belly and that bloat and that discomfort. Taking enzymes with your meals will help with that. It will help break it down. Now, neither of these supplements are, can you take them and just go out and eat and drink like you want and it not have any effects? That's not the way that it works. But if you are eating these types of things and for the most part still making a valiant effort for your health with exercise and whole foods and things like that, it will make a difference and help you to reduce the inflammation from the off-plan things that you typically eat. So I will have links to the supplements, my preferred GDA Max and Digestive Enzyme below. So make sure you check that out. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give me some comments, give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I hope everybody has a wonderful and Merry Christmas. See you later.